Peel Off Base Coat versus a Burst Style Gel Remover by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to do kind of a side-by-side comparison between using Peel Off Base Coat from Glam and their gel polish remover in a bottle stuff. So this is kind of like a gel that you apply, wait 5 to 10 minutes, and then you can just sort of scrape it off. And I'm not going to say that it's like the peel off versus the remover because they have different purposes, but it's a nice little comparison if you're thinking of getting a product to make gel removal easier. So I hope you guys like this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
So to begin with, the first little application I'm going to show you is going to be with the Peel Off Base application. So you're just going to take that Peel Off Base coat and you're going to apply a coat of it to all of your nails. Prep your nails the way that you always would with a dehydrator by pushing back cuticles, buffing, whatever your typical gel prep is. So go ahead and after that's done, apply a thin coat of that Peel Off Base to all of your nails. And this would be the same thing, fingernails versus toenails. There's no difference, so just apply nice little coat of that, cure that for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to be applying 2 coats of Madam Glam's Uptown Girl, which is just one of my favorite colors from Madam Glam. And I am using all Madam Glam products in this video just so that you guys see what it's like. Because sometimes if you mix product lines, you have some interesting things that happen that wouldn't normally. So just so you know that as far as that goes, it is all Madam Glam products. So there's the first little coat of that color, and this one really is one of my favorites. It's a gorgeous berry type color. So if you are, in the mood for a new color gel polish, you don't have this one yet, I would highly recommend it because it is gorgeous. And one of my favorite types of colors for my toenails. I always like to do kind of like purple colors, but the Peel Off Base Coat does a really nice job of smoothing out the nail surface just like Madam Glam's regular base coat. And so as far as that goes, there's no difference. And really, besides the fact that the bottles are labeled different as far as application goes, I really could not tell any difference between them. So after those 2 coats are on of your color and cured, I'm going to be finishing with a layer of the Madam Glam's gel top coat, and this is their no wipe top coat. I know that they have their regular top coat and the no wipe, and their regular one does have that inhibition layer that you have to cleanse off. I personally avoid dealing with having to cleanse a nail as much as physically possible, so I always go for a no wipe. And then on the other foot, I'm going to use Madam Glam's regular gel base coat. So this is the one that doesn't have whatever added ingredient it is to make it a peel-off product. So as you can see, basically same application goes as the other foot. Just go through and apply a nice, really thin layer of base coat. That's the one thing I think a lot of people may or may not know, but you really need to just do a thin coat of base coat. Some people I think have the mindset of if you do a little thicker layer, maybe it'll last better or stick better, and that's not the case with base coat. Really, you almost want to I've seen some people almost buff it into the surface of the nail to apply it so thin, and there's certain product lines where that is really what is required to keep it lasting long, but don't try to apply a thick coat of gel base coat. After you have that done, go ahead and apply the same 2 coats of the color. So I did the same color on both feet. I wanted everything to be very controlled and very equal between my right and my left foot. So that was the first coat. Here's the second coat. So you can see, still using that color, Uptown Girl. It's still really pretty. I ended up wearing these for only a week, so you guys can see exactly what my toenails do after a week with gel polish on. So here's the layer of gel top coat. Typically my toenails do not last very long with gel polish. It just peels off. So here's the second week. So 1 week later, I'm going to show you what I have happening. This is the peel off foot, and there is no lifting anywhere, no loose corners. The foot with the regular base coat, the one toenail of mine had a loose corner that I could really just grab and peel off, which I will show you doing because that's just kind of, yeah. So that one just popped off because that's what my toenails, just what they do. So there is the first one. So now to remove using the burst remover, so this is on the foot that has regular base coat on it. So to do the burst remover, I'm going to buff the surface of the nail with this is a 120 grit file. So just basically scratching the gel top coat, and by doing that, you're creating little crevices in the gel top coat for whatever remover product it is, whether you're doing an acetone wrap or you're doing a burst remover like this, to seep into the top coat and actually remove what it's removing is the base coat underneath. So then I'm going to take this gel polish remover in a bottle and apply, not like a super thick, like a chunky layer, but it doesn't have to be super thin either. Just apply a casual, generous layer across the top of it. You don't have to it's not anything too crazy. It's just pretty much whatever you want to apply to it. I don't know that more would necessarily make it work better, but just apply a nice coat across it. It's kind of thick and chunky. It almost reminds me of aloe vera jelly that you've left open for a couple days. It's gotten kind of evaporated. So then after 5 minutes, I'm going to take, and I have just a little cuticle pusher, and I'm going to be pushing the product off the nail. And it looks like I'm working way harder at this than I am. It really is coming off fairly easily. So just take and push that gently off. You can also use an orange wood stick. For sure, there is no damage to my natural nail, and I know a lot of people have heard horror stories about the burst removers that you see advertised on the internet all the time. Actually, I think they've pretty much been removed from the market, so they're gone for the most part, thank goodness, because they had ingredients in them like paint thinner and things that are really, really hazardous, whereas the Madam Glam gel polish burst remover product does not have any of that. It doesn't have a toxic smell or a noxious smell to it. It did not. I did actually touch it with my hands just to see if I felt anything. And a lot of people are like, oh, as soon as you put on burst removers, they tingle or sting or burn. Not the case at all. It doesn't have any of that sort of effect to it. So just remove as much as you can with the first round of removing that you did. So there's off most of my toenails, or most of my toenails have it off. And then any little bits that are being stubborn, which there may very well be, and that's probably areas that you didn't get the burst remover on the first time around. So if you just happen to miss a section, which for me it's right along the cuticle above my big toenail. And like I said, it's only been a week, so there really isn't that much outgrowth at all on my toenails. So there's not really that much. So just reapply it if you need to. Then, like I'm doing, go back through and remove it again. You should have some pretty good success that second time around. It doesn't take the 5 minutes. As you could see, I just went, once I got to the pinky toenail, I just went back and got rid of it again. Let's just go through just like so, get rid of it, and I would say I am very happy with the way that removed. Now for the peel off base coat, what you do is you just kind of find a loose corner and start peeling. Most of the time with peel off base coats, the goal is to have no nail cells left behind underneath. And this one, as you could see, there was just a couple layers of my nail that did stick to it. That being said, my toenails are super wacky. They're very thin, they peel and flake almost like a lot of people's fingernails, and gel just doesn't stick to them. Neither does regular polish. Nothing sticks to my toenails. They're a little bit atypical. The same thing with my mom's. I mean, I have clients that say I'm the only person that can get gel polish to stick to them, and yet I can't get it to stick to myself. So I don't know what the deal is there. And this, I also want to say, did not peel as well as a lot of peel off base coats that I've used. I've used the Cuccio Peel It, which is actually not a base gel, but it's just a product that you put between the surface of your nail and your gel. And that peeled so well, it didn't stick to me. It lasted 24 hours. Whereas this stuff actually stuck better than my regular Madam Glam base coat, which I was super impressed with. And it did still peel off. So if you're somebody that likes to switch up your toenails often, and doesn't want to deal with the whole removing and waiting 5 minutes or your fingernails for that matter, because you want to try a new color every week, I would say that their Madam Glam's Peel Off Base Coat actually stays to your nail. Unlike many of them that just lasted 24 hours. This actually hung on and survived a week on me, which I was super impressed with, and you still can peel it off. I would just be a little cautious, especially the first time you try it, just to make sure that it isn't going to take off a whole bunch of your nails, especially if you're doing your fingernails, just to err on the side of caution. But I have heard amazing reviews of the Madam Glam Peel Off Base Coat from several different people, and everybody seems to really like theirs. So if you are in the market for a peel off base coat, this might be the one that works. So I hope this helped, and there is going to be a Melody Minutes all about her Christmas. So to start with, I have just a couple pictures of her that I took and I edited that I absolutely loved. She didn't want to put on this green Christmas dress of hers, but I finally got her to wear it, and then she even let me take a couple pictures of her. But that was only after she was bribed with a couple of marshmallows, because that is how you bribe a Melody, is with marshmallows. Got a couple of her with a Santa hat on, and a couple with her pretty green dress on. And here is some videos of her on Christmas.
What did Santa bring? Are you ready?
Are you ready? Did Santa come last night, Melody?
Yeah. Who was here? Can you say Santa?
Santa?
Check it out.
Pumpkin, grab a piece of chalk.
Right here. Grab this. Can you put it on your board? Go, 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 go. What'd you get?
Melody, what do you think?
Do you have your own kitchen?
You have cups?
Melody, look at this. You have your own oven. Ooh. Here,
Yeah, check out what's in there.
open it up. Whoa.
What's in there, kiddo? What did you find?
What is that?
Yeah, sure. Stuff, I think.
Come here. What is that?
Whoa. What is this thing? What is this thing? Did you see what's on here?
A
Yeah,
puzzle?
it's a puzzle, but look who's on here. Hey, look at this.
Melody, look at your table.
Look at that table.
Who's that?
That's a big mini
it's
table, isn't
mini.
it?
Hey, Melody, can we put this on?
You are the princess.
Wow, you're so lucky. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped you, and I hope you liked that quick little Melody Minutes about all of her Christmas shenanigans, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!